All right, what's going on, everybody? It is your man, Daniel Wiafe, the house flipping ninja, coming at you from my living room in Las Vegas, Nevada. Hope everybody is doing well today, wherever in the world you are at. Today, I want to talk a little bit about real estate and what form of real estate or niche you should delve into or get into, okay? But before we get into that, you guys, I want you to do a couple things for me, a few things. I want you to, number one, like this video. I want you to, number two, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you see it on the video screen to your lower right-hand corner. And number three, I want you to comment in the comments area and let me know what your name and location is, okay? But without further ado, you guys, let's just get straight into the meat of the video. I hate people that take 10 million years on the intro on the video and they don't get to the meat of the content, don't you? So today we're going to talk about, should you focus on doing rehabs, which some people call fix and flips, or should you focus on doing wholesale deals? Okay, that's a big age-old question that many people ask. And really, at the end of the day, the correct answer to that is it depends. Okay, now I know you're looking at me like, Daniel, I didn't come up here for you to tell me it depends. Okay, I want you to give me a clear cut answer. Okay, but really, I can't. Okay, it really depends on what your circumstances are and what your goals are. Okay, so I've done both. As many of you guys know, I got started wholesaling back in 2010, 2011-ish, and then I did multiple deals. I started this channel, and then I started doing fix and flips, and then my wife and I, we got a TV show on HGTV. We did 13 episodes called Flipping the Heartland on HGTV. We're doing fix and flips, and it was a crazy time. And ever since then, you guys, I've done a mixture, okay? Now, what I'll say is there's pros and cons to doing rehabs, fix and flips, and there's pros and cons to doing wholesaling, okay? So let's go over the pros and cons of each of those niches, and then that will give you a clear estimate or a clear answer on what you should do for your particular circumstance, okay? Because what's right for you to do may not be right for me, and vice versa, okay? So when we're talking, let's start with wholesaling first, okay? Wholesaling, you guys, some of the pros with wholesaling, you guys, is it's easy for pretty much anybody to get into there, okay, into wholesaling, okay? Basically, for those of you guys who don't know what wholesaling is, it's a form of real estate investing where you go out there and you find properties that are deep discounts and they are owned by typically owners, okay, homeowners, and then you put it on the contract for one price, okay? That one price may be $80,000, okay? And then you sell that contract that you have on that property to a cash buyer or an investor or a landlord for $90,000, okay? And you have them sign the contract for $90,000, right? And at closing, the cash buyer, the landlord, investor, they bring $90,000 to the table. Out of that $90,000, $80,000 goes to the seller, and then there's a remaining balance of $10,000, okay? And that remaining balance of $10,000 goes to your pocket. It's your assignment fee, okay? And right there, all you did, you guys, was you sold your interest, your contractual interest in the property to another party, okay? And you made a fee, okay? It's called an assignment fee, all right? And this is how I got started, okay? And typically, it's not uncommon for a person to make $3,000 to $10,000 plus. Sometimes, depending on what you're doing, if you're doing probate deals, if you're doing deals that are in higher areas, okay, a lot of times, you guys, you can crank it out and you can make a ton of money, okay? But really, if you figure out about $3,000 to $10,000, you guys, on your average deal, you're about right, okay? Now, the pros behind that, you guys, is it is a very low barrier of entry, okay? So you can get in there and you don't need to spend a bunch of money for pretty much anything, okay? Really, the only thing that you're spending money on when you're wholesaling, you guys, is the marketing to find sellers, okay? Finding buyers is easy, okay? That's super easy. If you look at some of my videos that I've done in the past, you'll see how easy it is. I've had people that watch my videos and they'll build up a cash buyers list of like 100 plus people within 72 hours, okay? Watch some of my videos, all right? Now, finding sellers, you guys, is the challenging part for pretty much anybody, okay? And so your biggest expense as a wholesaler is going to be trying to find sellers, okay? Trying to find deep discount sellers, okay? And whether you are going after probate deals, whether you're going after direct to owners, whether you're going after pre-foreclosures, whether you're going after free and clear properties, whether you're going after pre-foreclosures, doesn't really matter, okay? But you have to have some form of marketing to find those sellers, okay? And typically the forms of marketing that most people will use to find these sellers, these deep discount properties, you guys, are going to be things like direct mail. They're going to be things like internet marketing. You throw some ads on Google AdWords. They're going to be Facebook marketing. Okay, you can put ads in Craigslist. You can put ads in the newspaper. There's going to be people out there, you guys, that use bandit signs. That's how I originally got started way back in the day when I didn't have no gray in my beard. Okay, there's people that do driving for dollars, and they look for properties that look like they're abandoned, and then they will send them letters, you guys. There's people that get these properties from realtors, you guys. The sky is the limit, okay? You just got to be creative in the way you find these sellers, okay? But anyways, regardless, guys, that is one pro to wholesaling, is it has a very low barrier of entry for you to get into it, okay? Another pro about wholesaling, you guys, is the deals pretty typically you're in and out of it quickly, okay? Now, if you're to fix and flip a property, you guys, you may have to wait 3, 4, 5 months from start to finish, if not longer, for you to get your check, okay? Now, with wholesaling, once you get the property and you assign it to another party, and that party pays the money to the seller, and then you get your cut of the money, your assignment fee, you're out of the deal, okay? You don't have to wait for a property to get fixed up and then resold. You don't have to wait for anything, okay? Now, if you're fixing and flipping a property, you gotta wait, okay? So if it takes you, if you buy the property and it takes you two months to close, and then let's say it takes you another 3 to 4 months for you to rehab the property, okay? You gotta wait that whole time. You gotta wait that 6 months for you to get a paycheck, okay? Now, for some of y'all, you guys may not be able to wait that long for a paycheck, okay? You may wanna, let's get some money, okay? Show me the money, all right? So for those of you guys who are looking for a quicker cash flow, you guys, wholesaling, you guys, is one avenue which is really, really, really good for you to pursue, okay? Another thing that I like about it, you guys, is that it takes a lot of the worry off the plate when you're wholesaling, okay? Because if you get a property at the wrong price or at the wrong numbers, you guys, you can simply just terminate the contract, okay? As long as you have the right lingo in there, okay? You can pretty much terminate the contract and basically state that the contract did not pass your partner's approval and cancel the contract, okay? Now, if you are fixing to flipping a property and you buy the property and then all of a sudden you find out, oh my God, I overpaid for this property, or oh my God, there's $30,000 in extra added repairs that needs to take place on this property, which is going to cut into our profits once we rehab the property, you're SOL, okay? And y'all know what SOL mean, all right? You are screwed, okay? Like messed up, okay? Hook, line, and sinker. And if you borrow money from somebody to fix up that property and you lose the money, like, you better go ahead and go down to Walmart and buy yourself a shovel and dig yourself a grave, all right? Because it's going to be your funeral, all right? And I've been in a couple scenarios like that, you guys, where I messed up, okay? And trust me, you guys, you do not sleep well at night knowing that you're playing with hundreds of thousands of dollars of other people's money, okay? Because when you're rehabbing, you guys, it's better for you to use other people's money, okay? But that's besides the point, you guys. So those are some of the pros behind doing wholesaling, you guys. Some of the cons behind doing wholesaling, you guys, is obviously you're not going to make the maximum amount of money that you can make, okay? Number two, because you are acting as a middleman in that real estate transaction, you have to fight really, really, really hard in some cases to make sure that you make a good amount of money. Number three, you have to make sure that you're doing enough deals each month, you guys, to support your marketing cost. And that's pretty much it, you guys. Those are some of the cons, okay, behind wholesaling, okay? And you guys that are watching this, you can make your comments in the video below. I'm sorry, in the comment section below, if you have any pros or cons that you can think of that I did not list, okay? Now with rehabbing, okay, rehabbing, you guys, some of the pros behind rehabbing, you guys, are monster profits, okay? You can get in there, you guys, with rehabbing, doing fix and flips, and you can make yourself 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, $80,000, okay? And that's nothing to sneeze at, okay? For some of y'all, if y'all did one $80,000 deal every 6 months or every 5 months, you would be on cloud nine, okay? So big, huge profits, you guys, are the biggest pro in my opinion, okay? Number two, you guys, you can deal with more realtors, okay? So what happens when you're dealing with realtors, you guys, is many times, or most of the times, they want you to use the state real estate approved contract, okay? Now, when you're wholesaling, I don't like to use the state approved contract, me personally. I like to use a contract that's simple, it's generic, it's like 1 to 2 pages long, and it has a bunch of lingo in there that is to my benefit, okay? But when you're dealing with realtors, you guys, many realtors won't fly with those contracts, okay? Now, when they see that you're not the party that's going to be the end buyer for many realtors, they're not going to want to work with you, okay? Now, when you're doing fix and flips, rehabs, obviously you are going to be the end buyer, okay? And yeah, I understand that you're going to like fix it up and then flip it out to somebody else. So technically they will be the end buyer, but in that transaction, in that particular transaction, you are the end buyer, okay? And so you're going to be able to work with more realtors when you're doing fix and flips. You guys, you're going to be able to build a bigger business, okay? Because one thing I've learned in business, you guys, I've been in business, it's 2019 as I record this, and I've been in business for myself since 2003. So I've been in business for about 16 years, you guys, okay? And the one thing that I can say, you guys, is anytime you're in business and you can focus on getting large transactions, you guys, large transactions allow you to hit your financial goals a lot quicker, a lot smoother, and a lot cleaner than doing smaller transactions, okay? Hands down, okay, bar none, okay? So some of the cons behind doing fix and flips and rehabs, you guys, are, again, if you crunch your numbers wrong on doing a rehab, you guys, you're screwed, okay? Or you can't be screwed, okay? Number two, you guys, is there's a lot more work that you need to do when you're doing a rehab, okay? So not only do you have to find the property, not only do you have to put the property under contract, not only do you need to put the earnest money deposit down, but you need to make sure that you pull up you pull up any type of repairs that need to be done on it. You need to make sure that you have everything properly assessed when it comes to repairs. You need to make sure that you have the right contractors that are doing the work on the property. You have to deal with GCs, which are general contractors. You need to pull permits if you're doing electrical work and this and that. You need to deal with the city on different things. You need to deal with utilities. And there's a bunch of different miscellaneous things that you have to deal with, you guys, when you're doing fix and flips, okay? It can make it a little bit more complicated, okay? But of course, with bigger deals and more money, you guys, comes more trouble, okay? So like they said back in the day, more money, more problems, right? So you have to make sure that you deal with that, okay? And I don't like to call it a problem. I like to call it a challenge, okay? So for some of you guys that used to do hurdles back in the day and track, just consider it a hurdle, okay? But above that, you guys, The way I look at it, and the way that I would tell most people, the majority of people, to get started, you guys, is I would tell you, when you're new to real estate investing, if you want to just jump in, and you've never done real estate investing before, I would tell you to do your first 5 to 10 deals and focus on doing wholesale deals. Okay, that way you can learn the game, you can learn the business, you can learn about proper valuation, you can learn how to run numbers, you can learn about marketing and getting the best deals on the contract. Okay, and then once you get your feet wet and you are better, you are more intelligent in real estate, then you can start looking at potentially doing fix and flips, okay? Because another con behind doing fix and flips, you guys, is if you don't have, let's say, the money yourself to do the fix and flips, or if you don't have like a 401k plan or an IRA with funds in it or credit cards, you're going to need to get the money from somewhere to do the fix and flips and to acquire the property, okay? You can either get the money from a hard money lender, okay, which those guys are very, very expensive. Typically, you're not going to be able to get a conventional loan to do a fix and flip, okay? You can turn to people and try and raise money, okay, through private means, all right? And there's a way you can do that to raise up private money. I know that there's websites out there that tell you that they have private money lenders, okay? But honestly, you guys, most of them are boo-boo, okay? You're not going to get private money lenders from there, okay? But that's another challenge, okay, is finding the money, okay? But, I mean, again, it's a challenge, okay? And if you have a good deal and you know that you're going to be able to get your people that invest in you double-digit returns on their money, okay, then it should be game time, okay? You know, if somebody allows you to borrow, let's say, $100,000, and you promise them, hey, I can give you double-digit returns on your money, okay, within 6 months time period, okay, that destroys anything that they could invest their $100,000 in, okay, seriously. So, I mean, if you can, let's say a 10% return on their money, okay, within 6 months, okay, so they give you $100,000 and you return back to them $110,000, okay, so you return back to them their principal of $100,000 plus $10,000 extra dollars, okay, within that 6 month time period, okay, and heck, that's higher than the 10% return since it's only been 6 months, okay, that's killer, okay, and so as long as you have a good deal, you guys, and you know that you can actually do the deal and get people their money, then yeah, people are going to invest in you all day long, okay, but again, this is why I say that if you're new to this, you need to focus on doing wholesaling just so that you understand the numbers, okay? Because it would be horrible for somebody, and listen to me real good on this, you guys and gals, it would be horrible for you to borrow $100,000 or $200,000 from one or multiple people and you lose their money, okay? That sucks. That's terrible. Not only for you, obviously, but for them, okay? For them mostly, okay? I don't even care about you guys. I care about the people that you borrow the money from, okay? Don't go borrowing money from people and losing it and pissing it down the toilet, okay? That's not right, all right? So that's why you need to make sure that if you borrow somebody's money, you guys got to make dang well sure that you're very, very, very confident that you can return to them their principal plus a little bit of money, okay? And at worst, they better get their principal back, okay? So anyways, that being said, you guys, once you feel good about doing numbers and finding good deals in your city, you guys, and you've done a few deals, wholesale deals, and you have it under your belt, then you can start looking at doing fix and flips, okay? And what I do and what I tell people to do, you guys, is as you get deals that come across your table and across your desk, okay, go at it from a wholesale first mindset and then cherry pick the deals, okay? So the deals that look juicy and you're like, man, I would have to be crazy to not fix and flip this property, okay? Those type of properties, those are the ones that you're going to lock up and then you're going to fix and flip them, okay? So any questions, you guys, please let me know in the comments area about anything that we discussed in this video or any other real estate questions that you have. If you're looking for a mentor, if you're looking for an academy, if you're looking for a coach to teach you how to make 6 figures in real estate investing, I want you to check out my webinar at houseflippingdojo.com, houseflippingdojo.com. See you at the top.